Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss the Amish Shunned. So this is a follow-up to PBS's American Experience documentary, The Amish, which took a look inside the Amish culture, kind of laid the foundation for what their belief systems, were and whatnot. So that documentary actually did talk about shunning, but it didn't go super in-depth about it. This documentary is pretty much entirely focused on the shunning aspect. So you learn how you can get shunned, what happens once you get shunned, what is life like after that for the people who, kind of choose to remain close to the community while they're shunned. Others choose to, continue to live life out in the English world while they're shunned. And then it also looks at, of course, like what would happen if you wanted to, mend that fence. And there is actually a pretty neat part toward the end where they talk about how even when you're shunned, like your family still sets up a chair for you at the table every meal, so that like mentally that at least 3 times a day, like there's a place for you in the world, I guess. And I thought that was kind of neat, but I definitely wouldn't want to live the Amish. I wouldn't want to live the Amish lifestyle. But I really did like this documentary. I thought it was, really compassionate and you looked at the human side of this from both sides, people doing the shunning and the shunned. Of course, a lot of the Amish won't appear on camera, so there's not a lot from the people doing the shunning, but there's like a lot of, they do a good job of doing research and getting interviews and documentation that kind of, fills in a lot of those gaps. But, hearing the heartbreak from the people who were shunned and people who left the Amish lifestyle, who loved their family and wanted to be with them, but just did not want to, live that particular way. It's powerful, and seeing how, brutal shunning can be is like, it's pretty eye-opening. But again, I'm interested in Amish culture, and I'm interested in all outsider fringe culture. So I really like this documentary. I think it's pretty much representative of what you would expect from PBS American Experience. Great documentary, really well made, great production values, really, professional journalism, just kind of like stating the facts, getting the story out, but also allowing that human side to come through. So I liked it. It pairs really well with that original documentary, The Amish. But I don't really know what else to say about it because this is such a focused documentary. It is 2 hours long, but it never drags. And I just feel like there's even more they could have covered, but I thought they did a great job of fitting in just like so much information in this 2 hours. But that's my review for The Amish Shunned. Great documentary. If you're interested at all in the Amish or alternative lifestyles in the United States, definitely check out The Amish and The Amish Shunned from PBS American Experience. But that's my review. If you want to check out more, I've got tons of movie reviews, taste tests, live streams, anything you could think of pretty much over on my channel. But thanks for watching this video. I do appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.